Triple edits are a must-have skill in Fortnite that many new players struggle with, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can go from being very sloppy with your triple edits, or maybe not even able to do a triple edit, to the point where you can hit a couple triple edits consistently. I'm going to show you a step-by-step process. So for this drill, you're simply going to have a cone and a floor, and you're going to edit both these pieces in the same spot, just like so. But it's really important for those with confirm edit release off, you're going to have to take the time to get the edit timing down exact. So for this, you're going to want to hit your click and your edit bind key at these exact same time, and then you want to hit your edit bind key again. So you're going to click and edit at the same time, so that lifts up, and then you're going to hit it again, and you're going to do that twice. So you want this to be really smooth and tight. Take your time, so you're hitting those first two, the click and the edit bind at the same time, and then reconfirming the edit right after. So it's almost like two simple moves. Once you get comfortable with this, you're going to be able to open and close this cone and floor relatively quickly, and you're gonna have to reset in between. But once you get this down pat, we can move on to the double edits. Now for double edits, it's obviously very simple. The build order is really important. You need to build a ramp, then a cone, and then a floor. You're going to click and hit the edit button at the same time, then confirm, and then repeat that to get through the floor and cone you just built. Now for this drill, you want to edit both the tiles of the floor, so you're not squeezed through a tight space and you have a good amount of vision for the next edit. Once you get familiar with the double edits, you really want to focus on keeping your crosshair placement really clean and tight, and place the pieces together. So you want to place the cone and then the floor, of course, but you want to place them very, very close together, like you wouldn't even know you were doing it in separate order. You should be pretty much placing them at the exact same time. And after you make the edit, keep your crosshair placement up. Don't actually bring it down to place the ramp. I see a lot of players do that. Keep your eyes up, looking at the next edit for the floor and the cone. So at this point, you should be able to do the double edits. Now we're going to go ahead and do a drill for the triple edits. Now for triple edits, we have this drill where we have a cone, a floor, and then I actually build like a little box underneath with a cone, and you're going to edit, and then edit the cone, and then reset all three. Now of course you could use a map like Orange Guys. I'll link that in the description box below, where you can practice this more smoothly. But simply, you're going to edit the cone and the floor, and then edit the cone underneath, and keep doing that over and over again until it's very smooth and tight and clean, just like the double edits. And we're not trying to rush here, we're just trying to make sure we're building in proper muscle memory, so you guys aren't over clicking or making any mistakes when you actually go to build the triple edit. Because it's one thing to have to make the edit, but now you have to build all those pieces to complete in between. So we need this edit to be nice, clean, and tight. Triple edit build order is super important. The whole procedure to complete one triple edit is placing the ramp, then the cone, then the floor. Then you're going to edit the floor, edit the cone, then place the wall, then edit the wall. That is the order how you guys go ahead and build the triple edit. Now the cone floor thing becomes less and less important the better and better you get, but it is a good habit to build up to place the cone, as it is the furthest placing build in the game. So from here, you're just going to practice doing one triple edit at a time, and then eventually, once you get a little bit of rhythm, you're going to do a triple edit, then build a few ramps in between, then do a triple edit, then build a few ramps in between, and build up to the point where you can maybe every 2 ramps do a triple edit. Now obviously this is a lot easier because you're giving yourself time to kind of reset and rest, but this is how you build up consistency and make every single triple edit you do. Even if you do 5 ramps in between every triple edit, make sure that when you do go ahead and do the triple edit, that you guys are doing your best job to keep everything nice and tight with the crosshair placement and building the pieces in the correct order. Now at this point, you guys can go ahead and try to do them back to back to back, but there is a nice little drill I like to do, which is kind of like a downwards triple edit, where you place the cone, place the floor, edit the cone, edit the floor, and then place a ramp underneath, and then ramp flip that. This drill kind of gives you the feeling of the triple edit same way, but it's a different way of building. Now this is going to obviously mess you up from basic triple edits, but it's going to give you the feeling of chaining your edits consistently in a different position if the triple edits aren't going for you. So this is definitely optional, but something I do recommend you guys eventually do as a drill. From here, you're going to practice again doing 1 triple edit, then doing 2 back to back, then doing 3 back to back. Once you get 3 back to back, it seems anything more than that you're probably not going to need in a game for sure. You might hit a plateau after 3 because you're not going to have that nice consistency. You're going to be inconsistent because you're making errors with your crosshair placement, or your movement's terrible, or something like that. So you need to be able to hit 3 back to back, and I feel like that's where most players will be comfortable at. But if you want to go even further than that, I'm gonna go over the things that can help you become more consistent so you can hit more triple edits in a row. To get consistent with your triple edits, you're gonna need to really have really good crosshair placement, and specifically with the double edit at the top, it's gonna have to be really tight. And then after that, your crosshair placement on the wall is probably the most important thing for most players. It's pretty easy to get good crosshair placement with the floor and the cone because you can use your movement to get it in position. But for the wall, it's primarily mouse movement, and getting that muscle memory to keep it really tight and clean is very difficult. So you're going to have to take the time and go really slow to get that crosshair placement, so it's really small, easy, tight movement to complete. And this will save you a lot of time, giving you more time to make the next edit. Another error that's going to stop you from being consistent is clicking your mouse or hitting the edit bind more than necessary. Once you start chaining your edits, you might get really sloppy, especially when you're pressured because you have more builds ahead of you to edit. You might become tense coming to that next edit, and it's really good to kind of slow it down and see, am I over clicking my mouse? Am I over hitting my edit bind? You need to make sure that you're hitting it just enough, because any extra click of the F key or a mouse button, especially when you're first starting, is going to completely throw you off. So it's better to slow down. Make sure you're not clicking or hitting your edit bind more than necessary, so you guys are minimizing the time it takes you to make this edit and not throwing off your rhythm. And that kind of brings me to the final point when it comes to getting consistent triple edits, is finding your consistent rhythm between placing your builds and getting your edits, and finally starting to chain them back to back to back, so it only kind of almost feels like you're just spamming it, but you're not. You're actually hitting a chain of edits, and that takes a little while to get. But once you find that rhythm, try to sit in there for a little while, get the rhythm, and take it in small increments. Don't sit there for like 5 hours practicing triple edits. 15 minutes will be more than enough per day to see improvement, and hopefully you guys will be able to do triple edits with these tips, and hopefully you guys will be able to do triple edits within a few days. Hopefully this step-by-step process helps you guys improve with your triple edits and get you consistent with them. If you liked the video, please do drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.